Hi and welcome to this video on Marvel Rivals. This video is going to be a relatively quick one for how I like doing videos. I like doing an hour long, but this video can't really be an hour long. This video is covering the Jeff rework, and this is a net buff with some tweaking that needs to happen. First, Jeff's rework allows you to heal, less so than previously, but not by much. Like I think it's like 5 points less, 10 around there, but also do damage, which that does not sound necessarily like a lot, but it's not. It's meant to just be an extra flavor. It's meant to be that extra I can do something while doing something, not just spray, which is very, very handy. But the thing that really makes this a net buff is because of what you can really do with that. You're able to constantly, okay, to easily show this off. What Wanda can do versus a Spider-Man is have that constant damage, without having to really worry about accuracy, which itself is very handy, and is for Spider-Man, other movement characters, having that instant guaranteed damage, sorry for bumping my mic, but that instant guaranteed damage is what's handy about Wanda, in a nutshell. It's that guaranteed damage. Sure, you have the skill check basically of that. Don't know how that first one is, but that skill check to allow you to have that suck, high damage, that rinse repeat. But Jeff is actually pretty similar nowadays with the healing and damage, because you're able to heal your entire team and damage the entire enemy team, which is incredibly handy. Now, the things that this is now missing, though, the Jeff kit specifically, is the ability to boop on Bubble Pop and the practically infinite these, which is a tweaking point, technically. The bonus, and I can actually just show this off here if you want to see it, because the team abilities are very handy. My personal favorite out of all of them is Guardian of the Deep, because that is just really handy. Now, I'm not going to get into that because that's all personal preference. That's all pretty cool, but you should say that for yourself, or see that for yourself. Now, the Bubble Boop is very handy. It is the best tool Jeff has nowadays to just say no diver. But at the same time, it is only on that direct impact, which really makes it bad in my personal opinion. How little things should be buffed is first, because the... I should actually just show this off. One second. Because the bubble is healing over time, first you can easily pair it with that healing over time, which doubles up and helps you out a whole lot. But because it's a healing over time, without a boop, if you have a diver, you're not surviving that. If they really, really want to kill you and they're decent, you're not surviving that as Jeff. Which is why I suggest that Jeff gets the boop again. On Bubble Pop and on AoE of that. Excuse me, had to burp there. Hopefully you didn't hear that. Which would allow him, and you could even get rid of some of the damage for the boop, or like make it where even on direct impacts it's the same damage as a non-direct impact to make it a little bit more balanced. But having the guaranteed boop ability, which the Jeff versus Jeff combat happens a lot more frequently and is a lot more fun because you're able to bounce around, spray, and do damage, stuff like that. So the Jeff versus Jeff is actually a lot more common and very fun. I highly suggest this boop knocking a Jeff out of their dive as well to give it more flexibility. And not a stun, to be specific, where it just bumps him out of the dive. That's all it is. It's not like gonna stun a anything. It's not a stun, it's a boop, which a boop itself is very handy in a ocean environment. Like, say, for an example, a Thor's trying to get up on you, trying to absolutely hammer you in multiple ways. Because technically he has lightning bolts and hammer. But they're on you, trying their best to kill you. You can boop them slightly to get rid of their accuracy. Because that slight movement can really help and can do a whole lot, depending on what's going on. Jeff is now the biggest support, and in multiple ways that I really, really enjoy. Now, this is Levolution at its finest, because the best part about this, and okay, this amount of Levolution is not actually because of the damage. The damage is pretty shit. It's the amount of hits per second, which is why Iron Man is so good at Levolution, and like Loki's so good at Levolution, because the amount of hits per second that you're doing, not the amount of damage you're doing. I think they do kind of coincide. Like, for an example, Loki, the amount of damage also helps there, I believe. But this allows you to guarantee, like, for an example, the tube in Black Panther's thing. I forget exactly which one it is the capture the single point, first one to 100 wins, that map, but the one with the big tube in the center. That Levolution is the best in the entire game. Destroying that tube gives you the best cover, gives you all sorts of different things, and being able to do that as a support means so much, because you're able to shoot. I'm surprised that actually hasn't fallen yet. There we go. You're able to shoot and also do a good bit of healing, or damage, healing, and evolution all at the same time if you have the right angle. And you're able to damage flyers if you really want to at the same time. There's so much versatility nowadays with this kit, but at the same time there needs to be a little bit more survivability on Jeff's part. Because I will fully agree, Jeff was busted. Jeff should not have been able to do an instant, boom, they're at 150 extra HP. Just instantly right then and just not have to worry about shit with the ability to instantly go anywhere. I do think that overall this is the right step in the direction, or the step in the right direction. There we go. But there should be a little bit more balancing. Just to make him a little bit more, I don't know if viable is the right word. That's the word that comes to mind. Because the damage is decent, the boop is decent, but it needs to be a little bit more on the booping side of things. And even the spray itself is perfect. I don't think you really need to change that, nor anything else. Even the dive, not really need to be changed. I do think that, how to put this? Trying to get from spawn to anywhere nowadays as Jeff is a little bit difficult, but a trick with that I have figured out while playing it is just rinse repeat with the bubble and dive, where you don't use both at the same time. You can if you really want to, but the combination allows you to get from point A to point B pretty fast if you need to. Which can allow you to get some very, very good things done. Now, with this all said and shown, I am going to be showing off a comp match that I just did, showing off the absolute potential of Jeff because of the amount of shit you can actually do. It is going to be defense first and then offense. Not going to spoil anything about it, but it was actually a really good match showing off the true power of Jeff's rework. Now, I do want to say this because I'm talking about Jeff this entire time. I do think Jeff should have the... how do I put this? I've always... the combination of Luna plus Jeff that was in the last season, which allowed you to have the ice shots. I do think that something like that should be enabled again. Excuse me, I had to burp there. But without the damage. I do want the Christmas event, where you're able to spray and basically have Splatoon and Marvel Rivals, but just in any match. And I don't know how they can balance it, how they can make it flavored, but I really, really want to be able to Levolution, heal, and damage with a single spray. And at this, or technically I can do that, but at the same time, paint. Which would be so fun. Because imagine, mid-fight, just seeing the Jeff spray everywhere like a madman while painting everything like a madman, which just sounds so fun. And the best part about Jeff is while you're playing him properly, you look like an adorable little shit. Which is the best part about Jeff, because it is subverting expectation. Because even in the lore, Jeff is not actually just an adorable little fluffball. He's actually really intelligent and plays the adorable fluffball that has just fluff in his brain so well, because the entire time he's outsmarting Namor, which I know isn't really a big deal, but he's able to do some incredible things because the under expectation that everyone has of him. Now, with all that said, I do hope you all enjoyed the video, and this will be a pretty short one comparatively to what I typically make.
The right heroes could make all the difference. seconds. Stay strong.
Oh, well, aren't you the sweetest thing that ever crawled onto dry land? Whoa, hey, whoa, sorry, little buddy. Wasn't trying to dehydrate you. My bad.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They don't look friendly.
The Vishanti sent me to the Ancient One. It was my destiny.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Medicine.
Ooh, a touch of healing.
Letting the Dark Child out, I see.
I'll get you next time.
Eyes on your back. Stay at the spa.
Got him, Tippy! Solved. He's stuck in their tracks.
Medicine.
Ark over here. Be careful. Just in time. Thanks. Ooh, a touch of healing.
Tandy needs help.
Step on lava. Ooh, that felt nice.
Be careful.
I broke the Ankh.
Good medicine.
Us against the world! Get ready, I'm running.
I'm bright like a star.
Got beyond.
He's stuck in their tracks.
Appreciate the boost.
Judge, jury, executioner!
So cold.
One couldn't win without the other.
I broke the Ankh. I appreciate you. Only 60 seconds left.
The Vishanti's power!
Got him, Tippy. is 0 to 0. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on. You'll need a top-notch team to win this one. Round 2, go!
The
30
fire will
seconds
have to
before you
burn a
attack.
little longer.
Get ready.
You must change out of that tattered rag before the gala, dear.
Don't worry about my fit, Frost. We got more important things to do.
Tyrone, real heroes know how to save the world and look good doing it.
Says the woman dripped out.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Freedom is friendly.
Ben and I do the face punch.
Don't get that vehicle to extend